We are looking at Luke chapter 2, from verse 1 through to 7. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration when Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all went up to be registered, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth, to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. Jesus had to be counted in this census of the whole world, in order that, counted with all, he might sanctify all, and be written down with them in the book of the living, see Revelation 20:15, so that the names of those written down with him, and who believe in him, would be inscribed in heaven. Each of us is an innkeeper who decides if there is room for Jesus. But here, the inn may also represent the Jewish people who did not receive him. See John 1:11. In the Good Samaritan account, the fallen and beaten man, which typifies all of fallen men, is given into the care of the innkeeper, with 2 days' worth of care supplied by the Good Samaritan, which was 2 denarii. We know that it was 2,000 years from Abraham unto the cross. We know a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years like a day. So therefore, the salvation of mankind, outlined in the law and prophets, was first given to the Jews, for 2,000 years from Abraham until Christ came, whom the Good Samaritan represents. See John 4:22, Galatians 3:24, and Romans 3:2. As there was no room for Jesus in the inn, i.e. Israel that should have offered hospitality to him, they went instead to the animals' barn, animals representing the Gentiles, and there he was laid in a feeding trough as the spiritual food for those who found room for him. So too, let us eat of the bread of heaven, who is Christ our Lord, and let us be the innkeeper that has room for Jesus in our hearts.